A lot of times when a project is difficult, and difficult in terms of from a technical standpoint, that there's so much going on, and based on the crew and how it's managed and how that's done, there's so many aspects that could get missed. How we operate, because we all individually are so involved in the project that it's very much a group effort, but I make an effort myself to really understand each aspect and what exactly is happening at each stage. And this is a great place right here, an example of the project is so far along, and yet if we don't keep track of every little piece, something huge could get missed that wouldn't be really easy to fix. Because there's a lot of landlocked areas, there's a lot of places that we can't get back to. So if we forget to attach something or a wire or a conduit or that extra drainage, we can't just go back in and put it in. So my recommendation is, when you get into complicated projects like this, is certainly have that point person that makes all the decisions about how it goes together. Now, they can get input from a lot of different people, but one person has to be in charge of understanding all of the pieces. Sure, you can have someone with plumbing and someone with electrical and someone with each of those aspects, but there needs to be somebody that oversees all of it, so that that person could sit down and ask the electrical people and the plumbing people and all of those if they did all of those things, and they can do the visual check. Without it, there's a ton of stuff that could get missed. The way that we had to build this in layers and pour concrete in layers to try to stabilize the ground, there was a lot of stuff that could have gotten missed with no way of going back to redo it. So keep that in mind when you get into complex projects, is that you really want to spend a lot of mental energy on the front side thinking about all of the pieces. For me, I start way underground and I start building in my mind 4 feet underground, building up to get that sense of what it's going to be. And in this particular case, I had to do that probably hundreds of times to really understand. And this is a complicated project, but they can certainly become a lot more complex. But just in this one alone, I have hundreds of mental hours of just trying to work through all the details, and I think that's really important.